I hate it when they do this. Again.
What a terrible place. Foul magic everywhere.
I too would rather have gone elsewhere. Will you be all right, Jorbal?
Thank you for your concern, Shaikan. It will pass.
We should begin the search immediately. I smell danger lurking in every corner of this cursed place.
The Shaikan thoroughly searched this place several years ago. I think we'd have found any hidden dangers.
We found Sariel.
Indeed, Kane. Back then she couldn't remember a thing about her past. Odd that her memory played tricks with her again after the Wastelands of Sorrow. And now the Nameless asking for her?
My memory was also lost after the Wastelands of Sorrow, if you remember.
Nobody is accusing Sariel. It's just... What do we know about her?
Enough to know that she's not in league with those monsters.
Do we? I thought the same with... Never mind.
I know that he was dear to you, and I know that Sariel is dear to me, so I'm not yet willing to give her up as another nameless agent.
I'm sure she'll recover soon, Kane. But I'd love to have her here with her memory restored. She could provide us with some directions.
I was part of the expedition back then, but I doubt I could be of any help.
Maybe the elves who came to this place to do research are still here.
Elves? What would elves want here? Will you stop blabbering and start searching?
Careful, renegade, or I will snap off the head of your puppet.
Careful, dragon, or I will turn you to dust instead of stone.
Enough. Zarek is right. We have no time to lose. Jorbal, my friend, will you be able to sense where the seal is hidden?
It won't be easy, as so many rogue energies are loose in this place. But yes, I will be able to tell you.
That would be of great value. And you, Ragul, will Zarek be able to call forth the invocation through you?
Hello. I'm still listening. Of course I'll be able to do so, mortal.
Then let's go. Jorbal, be careful with the hide of your outer wings. They can be damaged in here.
You know a lot about dragons, Shaikan.
If Kelar hadn't taught me, I wouldn't.
Kelar?
Busy. Searching. That's a Malar.
But how did they survive? I thought they were wiped out after Malakay's death.
We found several more when we explored the Steelcoast. It might well be we missed some of their breeding grounds.
I never knew what forces were at work here.
The Soul Carrier used ravages to destroy those towers.
Ravages? Interesting.
Ah, here you are. I knew you'd come.
Professor, we thought we had lost you.
Lost me? I don't understand.
It's only a few days ago that we lost you to a strange-looking fellow who vanished with you in a flash of light.
A flash of light, you say? Was it a blue, green, or white flash?
White, I think. Does it matter?
Oh, how to describe it in simple terms. Those flashes are indicators of a time traveler.
A time traveler?
Yes, Shaikan, a time traveler. When the flash is blue, the traveler came from the past. If it was green, it indicates rather space travel than time travel.
And white would mean he came from the future.
Ah, you have some knowledge of the matter. Good. Then everything else should be clear.
You and he are from a different timeline.
Very good, colleague. Now that this is settled, I need your help.
You need my help? Now or in the future? Or did I already help you?
Yes, that's the problem of being a time traveler. I need your help now for a project I've just started, but which lies in your future.
This is too much for me. Just how do you manage to be here anyway?
Oh, this is just a twiddle-graphic projection of myself. I'm using the energies stored in Steelcoast to...
Professor, please. My head already aches. Just tell me how I can help you.
Very well. Malachi was a great alchemist, if not the greatest alchemist in all of Eo's history. He was able to create matter from other matter, energy from matter, and vice versa. And I found a way to utilize his findings to restore the portal network.
Incredible. Another plan in so short a time. That's interesting.
For my plan to work, I need 6 parts of horn silver, 2 parts pure copper, 4 units of fool's gold, and finally 8 sapphires.
8 sapphires? They're worth half of Westgard.
I know, Shaikan. They are worth exactly 56.83542% of Westgard, give or take any stuff you might bring back from your journey.
How can I find all these ingredients?
You are at Steelcoast, remember? It's the secret laboratory of Malachi. Surely some ingredients will turn up on your way.
I'll do my best, Professor. But where shall I bring them when I do have them?
Meet me in 2 hours on the plains of Argan.
2 hours? Are you serious?
Ah, the time difference. I forgot. For you, it is 2 weeks, of course. I will be there, Shaikan. And you will too, I know.
Ellen's blessing, Shaikan. Ellen has mercy on us. How very fortunate you've come, Shaikan.
What is the matter? You seem agitated.
Me and several other elven scholars have come to this place to study the work of Malachi. After all, he was the greatest alchemist Eo has ever known.
I know. You came to the Council of Elders to ask our help.
Yes, I remember you now. Arula, one of my assistants, claimed to have found traces of an imprisoned elf that we lost hundreds of years ago on her way to Turganach. Somehow, Arula must have triggered a fail-safe mechanism because all of a sudden Malar were patrolling the hallways.
How did you escape?
We didn't. My people are still in there somewhere. Please help them.
I will do so immediately.
Elend's blessing on you, Shaikan. I'm saved. I'm really saved. Thank you, Shaikan.
Thank you so much, Shaikan. That was really close.
This is it. It feels so strange.
Jorbal!
This magic hurts me, Shaikan. But I'll be fine.
Ragul, your turn.
When will you learn it, mortal? It's not this petty orc doing the magic, it's me!
Well then. Ulam, your turn.
Loktashma arunirktu.
Sounds like gibberish to me.
Well, actually it is, but ritual words often impress mortals more.
Then how do you do it, if not by an invocation?
It's the magic! The magic that flows through the orc. The power of the archfire that will invoke the first seal.
So a circle mage would have been able to invoke the seal too.
Those puny mages wouldn't even have scratched the surface.
Those puny mages reigned over Io for over 5 centuries.
Had she not given them...
Had who not given them what?
Look, there's the seal.
And some guardian golems too.
If you kill them all, do you think you will get to the seal?
I doubt you'd make it that easy for us.
This isn't of my making. It was my dear brother Nithaf that created this. I doubt that you'd be able to solve it had I created it.
Jorbal, can you take the seal from in there?
It's pushing me back, Shaikan. I can't get to it.
Oh, can't the poor little dragon get to the seal? Is he going to have a little cry about it?
Silence, Zarak. We can do this.
Sometimes I wish I wasn't made by him.
Relax, Ragul. Let's just solve this and then move on.
How do you intend to solve it?
We can't reach it from here, so... build a bridge or something?
But the golems are in the way.
So let's kill one of the golems and see what happens.
Take one of the golems closest to the seal. I sensed Zarak thinking about them.
Hop on, little one.
What did you just call me?
I'm sorry, Shaikan. Was that inappropriate?
Not at all. Quite the opposite, Jorbal. It felt oddly familiar.
Can't this wait? Let's get the seal.
This magic hurts me, Shaikan. But I'll be fine.
The first seal is ours.
What a relief. When you took the seal, the pain subsided.
Now let's search for the second seal.
It must be nearby. I still feel weak, and it's not from the first seal.
Elend's blessing, Shaikan.
I think your people are safe now.
Yes, thank you. There is one other thing, though.
Yes?
The research we're conducting concentrates on memory banks used to visualize or to make audible memories of creatures that Malachi studied here. We've done extensive cataloguing already, but after this failsafe, the memory banks are crowded with hostile creatures.
And you want me to free them for you?
Yes, that would be just great.
I'll see what I can do. What do these memory banks look like?
They look like a small hut with a silvery spiked roof.
All right, Leanne. I'll let you know once I've freed one of those banks.
Elend's blessing.
It's getting closer, Shaikan. I can feel it.
Where is it? In this pool?
No. It's strange. I'm confused. It's there, but it's also not there.
There are strange mechanisms here. Could it be them?
Malachi was an ingenious engineer. Maybe he somehow used the energy of the seal.
Judging by the pulsing magic coming from the first seal, I'm sure there's a lot of energy to be tapped. Although I doubt even he knew what he was tapping into.
So where is it?
Probably outside.
Outside?
That's it! An ingenious hiding place, buried in lava under molten rock, between burning fires and deadly eruptions. Only a godlike being could reach it.
Or someone who can ride a dragon, little one.
You're really here.
Sariel, how did you know?
I didn't know, Shay. It was just a feeling.
Oh, now this is a surprise. More mortals.
Sariel! How good to see you recovered.
Yes, Kane, I'm well now. You saved us both from grave danger, and I haven't yet been able to thank you.
But you haven't come all the way to Steelcoast just to thank Kane, have you?
You are right, as always. I felt you'd be here, and...
And there's important news about Zazhut you had to learn as quickly as possible. We also wanted to know how your mission's going.
We are advancing step by step, Pyro. It's difficult to persuade gods who are unwilling to share their knowledge.
Hopefully you will advance even further. Zazhut is trying to move on the Shaikan. It seems he singled us out as the one threat capable of stopping him.
He's moving on the Shaikan? How?
Several times the Nameless tried to open a gate in Westgard, but we were able to destroy them quickly. The Dragonfire helped a lot.
Then all of a sudden the attack stopped.
This can't be good.
We thought the same, Kane, so we sent out Drakeling scouts into the surrounding territories.
Based on a theory of Magister Ascan, we feared the Nameless would try to gather strength in one of those territories, and then launch an all-out attack in Westgard with 50 or more portals opening at once.
On the plains of Argan they found them. Hundreds of them. They really are massing forces, and I'm absolutely sure Zazhut himself will be leading the attack.
So we set out to gather as many allies as we could on board the city ship, to meet with Zazhut's forces on the plains of Argan. When Sariel said she felt your presence here, we came to offer our assistance.
Myself or Shay will join you on your mission. The other will continue to Shal to recruit the Norcane.
And I would have a request of my own, Shaikan.
You too are a Shaikan now, Sariel. Remember?
No, I'm not. Of that much I'm sure. I carry your blood, but I'm no Shaikan. What I really am and where I come from has always been in darkness. The events of the Wastelands of Sorrow have opened my eyes.
You want to know who you really are?
If I find out more about myself, I might even become more powerful. I know there's more.
Very well. That is a lot to take in. We proceed as follows. Jorbal and I will venture outside of this facility to reach the second seal. There we will summon Ragul so that Zarak can invoke the second seal.
Zarak!
You got a problem with that, redhead?
Silence, Orc!
He's with us, so leave it. When we return, we'll try to find out more about Sariel. She's right. We could use a more powerful ally, and I am sure there's more in her than we know.
Right.
All clear. Memory bank here. Yes, another one. It's your job now, Leanne. Leanne, please check this memory bank as well. Leanne, we've got a new memory bank.
Here, a hidden door to the cell wing.
How do you know?
I've been here before, remember?
You also remember the door being cracked?
No, this is new.
You are strong, young hunter, but you are no match for me. Did you really think you and your demon friends could so easily hunt me down? Shake your head as furiously as you want, you won't get out. Do you know who I am? Do you know what I am capable of?
I know that you will regret keeping me here.
Well, how do you think you'll escape? Your demon friends won't help you, of that you can be sure. You are under my control now and will do as I say.
I will do nothing of that sort.
We'll see about that. But before I start, I will probe your mind, if you don't mind. What do we have here? Ah, Cain isn't your real name, is it? You were born... Oh, now that is a surprise. An elf in league with demons. Kayan. Oh, Kayan, you've been a naughty boy. You are a hunter, a raptor. Yes, I can feel your urge to fight, your urge to kill. But you're still not what I'm looking for. I wonder. A dragon, maybe? The hunters of the Emperor are about to capture Ur. I think I should have a talk with the Emperor. Now this is more to my liking. Cain. I think I'll stick with this name. It fits your new, darker nature much better than Cain, which means son of the East. Let's probe your mind a little further, shall we? Your childhood? Boring. I hate those tree huggers. Show me some action. What have we here? A blue-haired elf. Oh, Cain, you were in love with a girl from the Aryan cult. Silly you. But wait. Her hair is a much darker blue than we find with the Frostweavers. What is this? Some kind of mental defense? All I get is this image and burning blue eyes. Damn! I'll have to increase the mental spell. A willing puppet. Just how I like it, Cain. And yet there's still this image of that woman with the blue hair. Let's see whether I get a name. Sariel. Lost one. An odd name for an elf. I wonder...
Leave her alone.
Still some resistance? This must have been a real killer for you, but there's nothing you can do. Ha! She was found by your kind, gravely wounded. What's that? Some kind of healing ritual, obviously. And she's keeping herself to herself. Her body has healed, but not her mind. What is she? Who is she? Now, this is really something, my friend. Really something. Now what? You two alone? Ah, you're on your way somewhere, but you can't cover the distance. Wow! That was some amazing piece of magic that she performed there, Cain. Must have hurt a lot. Let me see. Ah, yes, of course. Wounded as you were, you struck a deal with the demon lord Agrazog, second only to Ulatha himself. Very impressive, Cain. You must have gained quite some abilities, but not enough to get me, Hunter. Not enough to get me. What a pitiful memory. You're a bloodhound. You're supposed to crave blood and battle, not think about how you fooled around as a puppy. I need something much more aggressive. Maybe a raptor. Oh, yes. You're the answer to my highest hopes. Your defenses are so strong. Not even Ur could keep eluding me for so long. I'll have to think of something else. This log can be recreated another time. No! Impossible! Why did you react to my knockout gas, but to no other alchemic substance I gave you? I have to do more research. The materia prima will surely get to you one day. Then this log can be recreated. I discovered an interdimensional rift today in one of the back rooms. Odd that it would appear just there. I've covered it with a spell and tied the spell to the substances in the 4 cauldrons around it. Extinguishing the fires in the correct sequence will drop the spell.
I knew you'd come.
Can you tell me more about what I just heard? About Cain, Sariel, and a love gone wrong?
I'm Cain now. Ever since that fateful day on the way to Turgonat, for almost a millennium now.
I knew you were old, but not that old.
There's not one day I did not regret what I did to Sariel.
Is that why you persuaded the Council of Elders to explore Steelcoast some more?
You were skeptical back then already. You knew it wasn't the whole story. If you want, I can tell it to you now.
I'd love to hear that story. Tell me what you can.
Sariel, or rather Sariel, was found by explorers of our kind in the early days of the Hyborian Empire. I was told that it was in some kind of Shaper ruins. Her body was withering away, strands of blue fire running up and down her skin, which was very pale. She was half-conscious and spoke in a strange language none of our scholars could understand. Our best healers set out to perform the Kara Anai, a cleansing and healing ritual that healed her body, but her mind was still far, far away. She chose to stay with us and proved her talent for magic more than once, but our elders knew she was in pain and holding back on her real power, so they decided to send her to Turganak. Our sisters in Turganak have a high discipline, and our elders were sure they would be able to help Sariel focus and maybe even reach her memory buried deep inside of her. Sariel agreed to go, but didn't want to go alone, so the elders chose me as a companion and guard for her on the way to Turganak. They couldn't have made a worse choice, for I was secretly in love with her. Her aura, her blue hair, those strange markings on her skin left by the blue fire, all that stirred the passion in me.
But she rejected you.
Rejection is no word for it. I was smothered by a stream of humiliating words. I will never forget this tirade, but it only stirred my passion, and...
You tried to force yourself on her?
The pain of what her magic did to me is only surpassed by the guilt I feel today about what I had done. But at that time there was nothing I could do. I was hurt, gravely wounded, and so I cursed the gods and called upon the forces of the abyss. Agrazog, a high-ranking demon lord, answered my call. He gave me the powers I now have to hunt, to judge, and to execute.
You used them to hunt down Sariel?
I found her on a barren rock somewhere in the Windwall Mountains. I'm not sure how she got there or what she was doing there. For me, it seemed like she was in a deep, meditative state. Remembering her former defences, I approached her, sword raised. All of a sudden, I couldn't move anymore. My feet wouldn't budge, and neither would any other muscle in my body. I beheld that my sword was freezing over. That was when Sariel turned to me, a dangerous little smile on her lips. She stared at me, right at me with her ice-blue burning eyes. I felt my whole body starting to freeze over, and I assumed I was about to die, when everything went black. When I came to, my sword had splintered, and Sariel was gone. I wanted to go search for her, but Agrazog claimed his prize, and so I had to play judge for him. One case was an influential alchemist named Malachi, but he was prepared for me and put me under a spell that made me his willing puppet, although I tried with every fibre to resist him. As you have learned from the memory cards, he probed my mind with this machine of his and found out about Sariel and about her powers. He wanted her for his research.
And you had to find her.
Listen for yourself, Shaikan. I've retained this memory card ever since I snapped out of the binding spell when he started torturing Sariel.
He tortured her?
There was nothing I could do for her, so I fled. But from then on, I became a better judge. You are free to judge me, though. I deserve every kind of punishment.
Living with what you did seems punishment enough, Kane. I really hope it made you a better man. I will consider telling Sariel about your involvement. Thank you for your openness. It shows there's more to Sariel than meets the eye.
So, my little pet hunter, you have done well. Let me see how you managed it. There is Sariel. Good. You've not raised your stupid sword again. She would have noticed you from miles away with your aggressive attentions. And now the vial. Careful now. Yes, the gas knocked her out. It's interesting. Although I blocked your memory about her, you still take her up, like you're still in love with her. Maybe one day I'll do some research into this odd love feeling.
Were you able to collect some more information?
Yes, thank you. We found out that there were many creatures held in this complex.
Those creatures must have died by now, without food and drink.
Malakay held them in some kind of stasis that prolonged their life. If you could find out where they were held, this would be a great help.
Didn't you find a room like that already? I mean, you've been here almost a year now.
We've only scratched the surface of this complex, Shaikan. Mostly we were reading through Malakay's extensive library.
Then I'll search for this room for you. I've repaired the machine. What now?
Insert the memory cards.
I did. Nothing happened.
I feared as much. It needs me on the other side.
Are you still sure you want to go through with it?
I am, Shaikan. But be careful. I'll do my best to lower the defenses, but you'll surely have to fight whatever my mind throws at you.
I think I'll manage.
Then let's do it.
Oh, where is everybody?
You are inside my mind now, Shaikan. I told you. Prepare to defend yourself. I thank you, good elves. You've done so much for me, and I've given you so little in return. Magic lives at the very center of my being. It protects me, but it hurts me too. Focus, Shaikan. Remember, you are in my mind. Nobody can help you here. So this is who I really am. I finally remember. Thank you, Shaikan. I am a new person now.
So you remember your origins now?
I do.
So?
These memories have been buried for so long, Shaikan. I don't want to drag them to light for everyone to see. At least not yet.
That's a pity, but I won't pressure you anymore. I only hope the time to share your memories and experiences will come soon.
You're back!
Yes, Kane. Or should I say, Kayan. With my whole memory restored, I am finally able to forgive you for what you have done. But I will never forget again.
What's this all about?
It's a long story, Norkane. Not now. What will be your next steps? I assume since there is a second seal, there's a first and a third.
You are right, Sariel. There is a third, but Jorbal wasn't able to sense it anywhere in the whole complex. Yet it should be here somewhere.
What kind of seals are we talking about?
Seals capable of freeing a god.
A god?
Or a goddess, rather. When Zazhut raged in Io for the first time, the gods knew that he could only be defeated by another being of pure archfire. But none of them were willing to sacrifice themselves. Except for one.
Her name was Corona, the guardian of time. The other gods didn't want her to sacrifice herself, so they imprisoned her in the ice wastes of Shalabar, and created a prison for Zazhut in the wastelands of sorrow.
Our goal is to free Corona, so that she can do what she offered to do a long time ago.
What an exciting adventure. You wouldn't have room for another companion?
Of course you can come, Sariel. We could use someone with your abilities.
Kane, this is my decision, not yours. I agree, however, that you can come with us. Still, I beg you to reconsider and tell us about your memories and experiences. They could be a valuable asset in our fight against Zazhut.
I will think about it. What I am able to share now is that Malachi mentioned a dimensional shift going right through one of the rooms of this complex.
A dimensional shift? You mean like the Shadow Realm?
Possibly. I never heard him mention the shadows, but he was thinking of some security measure which he protected the rift with, so that it wouldn't grow or move.
Did he explore it?
I'm sorry, I don't know. But I guess he was too busy with other things to care too much for it.
Let's search for this room you mentioned, Sariel. Any idea what this security measure looks like?
Again, no idea, Shaikan. All that keeps coming up when I think of it is a cauldron.
I still can't believe you're here.
We are, Shay, and it's good to see you. Is there anything more you want to tell me?
It's odd that you ask me that. Actually, there's something about Sariel I wanted to tell you.
I'm listening.
It was Ilya who told me that her name was actually of elven origin. It means lost one. Strange that she would bear such a name. Is she herself maybe of elven origin?
Elven origin, you say? That's odd. Thank you. I will pursue this.
It's good to see you.
You too, Iroh. Is there anything more you want to tell me?
Sariel has been acting strangely of late. She's agitated and short-tempered, a bit like your protégé was before he left for Ironfields.
I'd rather not be reminded of him, Iroh. But do you think she's being controlled? I've even seen ghosts succumb to Zazhut's will, and she was very close to him.
I really don't know. But I have kept an eye on her this last couple of days, and so should you.
I will, Iroh. Thank you.
I still can't believe you're here.
We are, Shay, and it's good to see you. Would you join me in my mission, Shay?
I've always craved exploration rather than diplomacy. I'd love to assist you with my magic, but so does Iroh with his sword. Are you sure you want me to join?
Yes, Shay. I want you to join me. Careful, Jabal. Those flares seem hot enough, even for your hide.
Let alone yours, everyone.
Whenever you call me that, it reminds me so much of Kayla.
You bonded.
Yes. And we are very close.
I'm We are here, little one.
I'll summon Ragul.
This dragon blood surely is some great juice. I should have used some for my field dog.
Just invoke the seal, Zarak.
I'm impressed with how far you've come, Shaikan. Although Nithaf and Tiara didn't hide the seals very well, you found them in no time.
Well, thank you. Now carry on.
You really have no doubts about your cat-tailed friend?
No. And now invoke the seal.
You're such a terrible liar, Shaikan. But enough talk! Behold! The second seal arises!
Show off.
Alen's blessing, Shaikan.
Leanne, I think I found the room with the creatures.
Great! I'm coming with you.
You'd better wait. All the chambers were empty.